I gotta get rid of this 5 pounds of fat.
Whoa, 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 what are you doing?
I gotta lose this.
Well, I have a much better way. Hey, Coach Ashley here with Coach Frank. And as you guys know, Coach Frank is looking to lose 5 pounds of fat fast.
Right there.
Actually, this is actually a very frequent question we get all the time. What is the fastest way to lose weight, right? What's the fastest way to lose 5 pounds? But one thing a lot of people hate is cardio.
Yeah. Well,
So-
don't we have something for them?
We do.
Okay.
Okay. So if you hate cardio, I hate running, I don't like it. There's many different forms of cardio that you can do. And I want you to stop right now. You are gonna wanna go to the comments below. I have a free jump rope for you. Guess what? Jump rope is part of cardio. It's actually gonna be one of our tips to get you to lose that 5 pounds.
Yes. But we're talking about, we want to get the fastest ways, but we want to talk about some of the healthy, the cardio obviously, some of the unhealthy ways. If somebody needed to lose 5 pounds right away, what's the best way to go about doing that?
Liposuction.
Okay, so what if they don't have 5 grand?
Right? It's crazy. Okay, so we were joking. What's the fastest way? We're like, oh, liposuction. Yeah. But we're in the fitness industry. We're professionals. I'm not gonna have a client who comes to me and is like, Ash, I gotta lose 5 pounds. I'm like, look, here's a plastic surgeon. Go check him out. Right? What I'm gonna do is I actually talk about the unhealthy ways. So I think we can start with that because I think a lot of misconception on losing weight is a lot of unhealthy ways of doing it.
Yes.
And first and foremost, okay, I'm gonna go kind of backpedal to healthy ways. If you wanna lose 5 pounds, you gotta give yourself time.
Yes.
Right? And that kind of can lead us into the unhealthy. So we'll jump ahead to healthy. You have to give yourself time, but let's reverse back to unhealthy.
And before we do that though, let's also make sure that the why behind it. So in addition to the time, it's what always anybody I was working with, anybody else coaching, training, it's why are we here? Why are we trying to lose this weight?
Yeah.
Is it for health? Is it for competition? Is it for a photo shoot? So in addition to giving yourself the time, make sure you've attached a real deep meaning
Smart
why.
goals.
Yeah.
Call them SMART goals.
So, exactly.
Yeah, specific,
So-
measurable, attainable, realistic, time.
But let's talk about, obviously we've worked in the industry for a long time. We've seen a lot of people take some bad advice. We know a lot of people that give some bad advice. We know a lot of people that follow some unhealthy ways. So we're gonna give it the time and we're gonna have it deep suited in reason why. What are some of the unhealthy ways that people can go?
Unhealthy ways would be extreme restriction and dieting. So if you're not prepping for a bodybuilding show, which bodybuilding in itself is a whole nother animal, there's a lot of restriction that comes with that. That is for a very specific reason to step on stage, and we are both prior bodybuilders. We know the process it takes to get there. A lot of people will hire bodybuilders who may have stepped on stage once or twice with the promise that they're gonna lose weight. All they do is they give them a cookie cutter diet, which is they don't take into account any sort of history that they previously had nutrition-wise. They say, hey, I need to lose weight. Oh, no problem. Here's a plan. They don't know anything about them metabolically. They don't know health history. They don't know anything. And they say, here's a plan. Yeah, you might lose 5 pounds really quick, but little did you know, you're probably eating 1,200 calories, like right out the gate. Whereas, I mean, who knows where you're at, right? So taking a step back, when I have a client come to me and say, I need to lose weight, first thing I tell them, track your food for 2 weeks for me.
Get a baseline. Get
I
a baseline
have
of
to
where
figure
you
out
are
where they're at, like,
right now.
But so many people, the unhealthy way, like it is like a saturated market. I know it probably gets under your skin too, where people are like, oh, they have these before and afters. But what happens when they lose that 5 pounds, right? They drop the coach, they drop the diet, next thing you know, they gain 20.
Yeah, it's the before, after, and then the after. The after is almost looks worse than the before.
Oh my God, it's crazy. So I think that would be like one of the first unhealthy ways I would say, like, I actually made a whole rant on this, like stop paying for meal plans, because you want to find a healthy way, a lifestyle change to lose it.
So massive calorie restriction, massive deprivation would be one of the unhealthy ways. What about like a water cut? You know, like I'm gonna sit in a sauna for 2 hours because I know this is what the fighters do, and I've seen people. I've literally lost 9 pounds overnight.
It's so dangerous.
Yeah, let's talk about that though. Like, number one, that is not even body fat. Like if you're sitting in a sauna and all your body is releasing is water and you less on the scale than when you entered in, realize you didn't lose body fat in 30 to 60 minutes.
You lost water weight, and as soon as you drink that water again, guess what? It's gonna come right back.
Yes.
Let alone, we can talk about like if you don't have a medical professional, which those professional fighters and professional bodybuilders have on standby, dropping water, in order for your heart to function, your cell has to flip between sodium and potassium. If you manipulate water, you have the potential to deplete sodium and suddenly you might have a heart attack. You will keel over and you can die. And it's basically a gamble, a Russian roulette. Like it's like, do they need sodium? Do they need potassium? We don't know why the heart stopped, because you started depleting water. So stop buying water pills, stop trying to drop your water because you have a wedding. You probably should have planned at least 6 months in advance to start progressively. We'll get into this healthy route of how to lose that 5 pounds. So when we talk about water, very incredibly unhealthy. You could quite literally kill yourself by depleting water. Like, it's no joke. I don't mess around with it. I think water depletion has to be monitored by a medical professional to safely do it.
You touched on such an important thing there with the minerals, the potassium, the sodium. Like water is just not water. It's what it's carrying through your body. It's what it's transporting to certain cells within your body. So so those are two that probably the most common unhealthy ones that we've seen just from the years of being in the industry and people, coming to us. So don't do the deprivation, don't do the massive calorie restrictions, and don't think that it's just gonna be, I'm gonna lose water overnight. So we've given them the unhealthy ways. What are some of the best ways that you've seen about losing? Once again, we do want it to happen quickly, right? Like we both know that it's gonna take some time, but the purpose of this video is the quick method. So what are some of those best ways? I
would ideally say 5 weeks is pretty quick.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, give yourself a month to lose 5 pounds.
I agree.
A healthy way. Now, depending on where you are in your fat loss journey, we touch base on this. Like if you're just now starting, if you're like those last 5 pounds are really, you're struggling, all right, there's different, I would definitely take a different approach. But if I have somebody comes to me who's like, hey Ash, I'm just looking, I feel great, this, that, I just want to drop 5 pounds. I want to drop a belt buckle. Hey, you got 5 weeks to give me?
Yeah.
Give me 5 weeks, we'll do a pound a week. And depending on where they're at calorie-wise, when they come to me, it doesn't have to be a massive calorie restriction. I typically will see where somebody's at, and I try to work them up for body recomposition. So I will typically, if they have more time, I'd work them up to work them down, right? So get their body where maybe they're eating 1,600 calories, their body requires 2,200. Well, I can't take them from 1,600 to 2,200. So I'll slowly maybe creep them up to hopefully get to 2 and then drop them back down to that 16. Would be literally 5 pounds right there. Like if I can take them up slightly and take them back down, just by feeding their body will drop that stubborn weight too. So I see it time and time again. Another healthy route, which a lot of people don't realize, is drinking water and hydrating.
Wow.
Like your body will literally change. I notice a difference in my body from when I'm dehydrated to when I'm hydrated.
Well, here's an interesting one. How many people have you increased their calories, increased their food intake because they've been so deprived that over the course of 3-4 weeks, they actually start dropping weight?
Every single time, to the point that my clients are like, I've never been eating this much food and I look so good. And the body recomposition there. So, okay, so this is really great. A lot of people are like, I want to lose 5 pounds. They attach a number to a look. So we can get away from that number real fast. Most people want body recomp. They're like, I want to look good in my jeans.
They want to look and they want to feel better.
So I say, take away the scale. Body recomp, always 100%, every single time I've done it, by slowly increasing calories to get the person's body macronutrient-wise specific, like eating proper macronutrients for their body and based off their resting metabolic rate, getting them to where they need to be, their body recomp happens like that. It's crazy.
So what do you do there? Because I think the scale is a good measuring tool and it's a piece of data, right? So if you've ditched the scale, but you still want to track some progress, what are ways of pictures?
I do pictures, I do measurements. Pictures and measurements. And even, okay, to put it in perspective, sometimes the scale stays the same.
Absolutely, sometimes it goes up.
Sometimes it goes up, but guess what goes down? When I take that bicep measurement, I take that waist measurement, I take the hip measurement, I take the quad measurement, and suddenly they're like, oh my God, like this, when they see those little numbers. And those numbers mean more than that scale number, right? And then I put their side-by-side picture together. I'm like, hey, this was you 4 weeks ago. Look at you now. They're like, holy crap, I'm a different person.
And I think people light up right when they, when the belt goes to another notch, or they put the jeans on and they fall right off.
Or they're not struggling. They don't have to suck in to get the belt.
They lay down on the bed to zip up your jeans. So I think to summarize all this, in a few short sentences here, it's the time. So it's give yourself ample time. Understand the why. Why are we actually wanting to lose 5 pounds? Is it because we think the 5 pounds is gonna make us feel a certain way? Do we think the 5 pounds is gonna make us look a certain way? Let's detach the 5 pound metric here and let's focus on the look, the feel that we're chasing to. But also at the same time, I think looking to do this quickly and fastly is a recipe for disaster. You know, what we're all about here is the 3 pillars: the muscle, the motivation, and then the mindset, the movement. And that's helping you guys not only transform your body, transform your physique, but actually produce a high quality life. So detach yourself from the outcome, time specific goal of doing it quickly. If you need to get it done quickly and you got $5 in the bank, we obviously know liposuction will get that done. But if you follow what we teach here, subscribe to a healthy mindset, a proper training plan combined with a proper nutrition and supplementation protocol, over the course of an extended period of time, you will produce the results that you're looking for.
Yeah, and we're talking about that movement. Don't forget, guys, everybody hates cardio. You got to add cardio to that movement. Jump ropes.
Jump rope. Let me go grab one. Yeah, just stay right there. Keep telling them about it.
All right, guys. So jump ropes, we're giving them away for free because guess what? If you don't have any movement going on, a part of it is you got to get moving. Jump rope is a great way to add something into your routine. So go to that comment below. Grab your free jump rope. It's literally free. FREE. We got one for you. We got one for me.
Yep.
All right, sounds good.
Yep. Click, link, subscribe, thumbs up, comment below. We'll see you guys in the next one.